Welcome back. Sorry about that. I kind of lost track of time on that last video. I got right to my 10-minute YouTube limit. Um, by the way, if you've noticed, I think my first bunch of videos in this playlist, I think I had been recording them in mono. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, I can get away with keeping them in mono. I think maybe I'll eventually try to update them, and I'll see if I can get those in stereo. But hopefully I've fixed the problem. So from here on out, all the videos should be in stereo. So sorry about that. Anyway, so we've got beat 2 right here. So we already had beat 1 of this measure, and this is what beat for the entire piece. Well, it's beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th beat of the entire piece of music. And when we transfer it over to 4/4 time, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5th beat down here too. So the beats are lining up. We're translating this appropriately. So then we had our first 8th note on beat 1, and our second 8th note on the upbeat of beat 1. Some people also write. I'm not doing a very good job of drawing that, but some people also sometimes write an ampersand down there for saying 1 and 2 and 3. So 1 and, if you can, that might be the best ampersand I can muster right now. Sorry. But if sometimes people will draw an ampersand like that, that means 1 and 2. Because that's sometimes how people refer to 8th notes and upbeats. And if that's confusing, I'll do a whole bunch more in the next few videos. I'll go into that concept a bit more in depth. But anyway, moving on. Now we've got beat 2 of this 4/4 measure, and what happens? Well, this is what beat of the entire piece. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's beat 6, and down here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that we're still lining up. And up here we've got a half note in 2/2 time. So what is that going to equal down in 4/4 time? Well, gets one beat in 2/2 time. So let's write this as getting one beat down here. We give it a quarter note. And if you'll notice, because we only had 3 measures of music up here, and we only have 6 beats, we've actually got the back half of this second measure of 4/4 is empty still. So there's, in order to make this a complete measure, I'll just write in a half rest down here. And that makes sense because, we've had 6 beats of music up here, and then we stop. So it makes sense where we can, where we can sort of end this piece of music with a rest down here, and it'll sound exactly the same. So I hope that makes sense. Just to fill up this bottom measure, and this happens on beats 3 and 4 down here. So I'll put on our metronome again. Let me pull it up. Metronome. All right, and set this to around 62. Okay, so let's start with our original. So here we go. Da, 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 da. Okay? Let me see if I can get my mouse to move a bit more smoothly. Da, 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 da. Okay? So that's how this sounds like in 2/2, and we already did that in the last video, and we worked on this example a bunch. So now, what does this sound like in 4/4? Well, let's Let's try it out. So remember this pulse, the metronome pulse. Up here it equaled a half note. Down here it's going to equal a quarter note. So I'll count myself in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. So it sounds exactly the same as this example up here. And that was kind of the goal. So maybe, hopefully you've realized it now. But the point is that if we put on a metronome and we just say up here a beat gets beat is a half note, and down here a beat is equal to a quarter note, and we just put on the metronome, then these will sound completely alike. They'll just sound exactly the same. So hopefully that makes sense with the concept that we've been working on. And I think I'm going to end this video now. And in the next video, what I want to work on is, and I'll circle this in red, I want to kind of give you the intuition behind putting notes with flags, or writing notes with flags. Because a lot of the time, and maybe if you're in a music class right now and you're kind of learning how to read music at school, sometimes what teachers will say is they'll just draw in, like this, like what I've done up here. They'll just draw a quarter note but with a flag on it and say this is equal to an eighth note and this is how you play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but just what I want to do is I want to give you the concept or the intuition on how the system of notation works and what flags mean. So it's, you can have really, I guess you could have a limitless number of flags on a note, and they kind of, I'll just sort of show you what the flags mean and what it means when you have more than one flag or no flags and stuff like that, and hopefully give you a bit of an intuition as to how to figure out some of the musical concepts on your own. So anyway, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.